Here we are, Hip Point Hobbies in Aberdeen, the first night of auditions. Hoping to get at least a few people in tonight. See how it goes. If we get the people we need tonight, I guess this will also be the last edition. Otherwise, we'll probably be holding some more. I've also received a couple coming in via email, some videos that I got sent in, and I guess this is really happening.
This is the first time I've ever been in front of a camera. It's the nerves. Okay.
I had a big fight with my mom. I told her I wanted to go out instead of study because I had a hard day and I've been doing nothing but study for 2 years. But of course, no, I haven't, so my mom went off on me.
You see, in heaven, filing is a very important job. Making the universe go round, you know?
Any idea of how hard I've worked for the last 2 years? Advanced placement classes, weekend study groups, extracurriculars. I skipped my prom.
And this says a girl. I'm gonna have to race like this.
Race?
Sorry, I'm not some studious study monger to hang and read with. On Saturday nights, I drive out to the old road and race cars.
Hey, it is May 9th and the Kickstarter closed about 4 hours ago, so we are officially funded. I am sitting here in the unfinished Ash's bedroom, still working on that. I also got today what is officially our first piece of costume, Emily's headband here. I spoke with my probable director of photography today. Camera and crew costs are coming in way above what I originally planned for on the budget on that. But I'm looking at stretching a little bit because we did go over what I needed, and I think that his demo reel makes it look like the final product will be really awesome if I can get him here. So he is coming on Monday. We're going to look at some of the sets, see what we can do to reach a happy medium between what I want to pay and what he needs. And I guess that's about it. Flip-flopping rapidly back and forth between really looking forward to doing this and freaking the hell out. But I think everything will work itself out. One last aside, we did go high enough today officially to actually know that I will let the footage see the light of day, since we are now definitely going to be doing the making of video as well, that you're probably watching right now. Anyway, sorry for all the and ums, because I am making this up as I go along, but hopefully some of the other footage will be more exciting. So I had my Rehearsal this weekend and then I lost him, so I'm back for one more emergency just Rehearsal casting session. Other than that, things seem to be going pretty smoothly. I keep waiting for something out of my control to come crash down on my head, but hopefully it won't. I think I will be much less stressed out after principal photography is done, when all the stuff that's out of control that could sink this on me, most of that goes away at that point. So here's to things going smoothly until then.
So let me introduce myself. I am Rehearsal, son of Gabriel, an angel of the third circle, 437 years old and unmarried. I am, or
was until recently, employed in the astral wing of the 5th branch of the Celestial Filing Depository, 361 Eden Lane, Heaven, 01741.
It's the 25th of May, and I wanted to go over a couple of things that I have learned so far in this process. First of all, US Air cannot land a flight on time to save its ass. That is why I am now a week behind in the painting of the sets. Number two, filing cabinets are way more expensive than they should be, which is why I am building some fake ones and looking at hiring a CG expert to paste the background in over a green screen in the Celestial Filing Depot scenes. Other than that, people you haven't seen in a long time will occasionally pop out of the woodwork and offer some things that you didn't even realize you needed. Thanks Keith, who is supposedly at this point getting me a whole bunch of cars for some scenes I need. And haunted houses have a lot of really cool props. So hopefully I'm going to get all the stuff I need for the filing depot there, and I think they've got a crane too, so we can hopefully do some really cool shots with that. Anyway, in theory, keeping the fingers crossed tonight we will actually get our set painted. I did our first rehearsal last week, probably doing at least one more of those before production starts, at which point I'll be doing them every morning. And God, I just want to get principal over with, so I'm down to stuff that I can control rather than having to worry about all the things that are out of my control going wrong, which hopefully by the time 17th rolls around, we'll be all done with that, and I can get down to just locking myself into a dark room and taking all the stuff that I put together and turning it into a final product. Okay, we're officially 1 week out now, and I promise things are further along than they look. I've got most of the props done, sitting on that bed there. The set is mostly painted. I would hope to have it dressed by now, but there's a couple of cleanup spots for the room painting that still need to happen first, but we'll have that done next week. Should be getting Shannon's haircut this weekend. Patrick tried on his costume yesterday, and as of next Friday, we should be in Emily's room shooting the first scene. Okay, here we are. It is the Wednesday before we are starting to shoot, and I just wanted to give you an overview of where we are on Ash's room. I'd say we're probably around 75% done. Got a couple more pieces of furniture to move in here and some mess to manufacture, but we should be good to go.
Orbs.
Oh, God.
Apparently.
Or what?
I couldn't remember your name earlier, so like.
Yes.
You. I did search the P and never mind.
His name is, in Japanese, it's black and white. It's not a Chinese. The little push back in it is.
Yeah.
I usually have those on me, but I forgot to bring them on the next trip.
It's not.
Have you seen, there's a comic about that actually. There's the guy is standing behind the girl and he puts...
George R. R. Martin is a king of that kind of stuff.
So I can hear.
I'm just trying to get
We didn't block it now.
It's more of a poke than a grab now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
All right,
but
so-
that's after the yelling bit. That's
Okay.
when he tells me to calm down. So, just.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start just a touch.
Love your laugh, by the way. Feels evil, yeah.
When you're ready.
Okay, so we'll
Pictures up!
We'll go ahead and slate it.
You're gonna slate this one? Burn up one?
Yeah, rolling rehearsal.
Okay.
Sure.
Rolling! Quiet, please.
Scene 5-1, rehearsal, soft sticks. Mark.
Okay, looking directly into the lens. Okay, and
Action.
2 years.
Yeah, only 2 years. Ain't that a relief?
2 years.
Ah, youth. Think of it as extra time in your prime.
Do you have any idea how hard I've worked for the last 2 years? Advanced placement classes, weekend study groups, extracurriculars. I skipped my prom. I haven't had a boyfriend since freshman year. Then I finally get my Harvard acceptance letter after all that work, like an early birthday gift, only to discover that you erased the last 2 years of my life?
Whoa!
Cut.
Turn on rehearsal.
Hello, Mr. Patrick, whatever your last name is.
Alright,
How are you?
alright.
How has today been?
Long. Well, that's cool.
Cool.
Good time.
How...
welcome to the Pat and Ray show.
you like
Where
it?
one of the co-hosts is completely off camera all the time.
I ruined that. Okay.
Thank you, co-host.
So, what do you like to do in your spare time?
What? Sorry, real quick.
I don't know. I'm just
Spare time? What's that? He asks.
That's right.
Who has spare time these days?
You are a university student, yeah?
Yeah, I go to East Carolina.
Cool.
He's failing every single one of his classes.
That's totally true.
Except for underwater basket weaving. He's excelling at that one.
That's right.
It's a very difficult
the
thing to do.
greatest underwater basket weaver.
Yeah, it's not working enough. Take them forward just a little bit.
Craig, can I pull this dolly track out?
Yeah, we're done with the dolly track. Good.
So Jesse, is the magic happening?
In my mind, it's pretty magical. I'm enjoying it.
Raymond, are we cross-promoting today?
Cross-promoting? Oh, I'd love to. How about a little six-gun mage action for you?
Yeah, maybe next year.
Oh, okay.
If I become incredibly insane and wealthy.
Yes, there you go.
I appreciate it. Hey, why are you guys walking?
Sharp cheddar or
There's
what?
provolone, better bad than cheddar.
Well, then cheddar is gone. Oh, are we filming the sandwich?
Yeah, how's lunch?
Hi! Lunch is incredible.
The full sticks on the top.
Your fault and other stuff like his fault. Yeah, I think that's good. Is that better, Craig? On the shadow?
Oh, now it's recording. I'm
Like
so
for
okay, got it.
I've always wanted to write it, but just never really had the time. It wasn't my AA tears.
And everything, like, and they're like trying to hide away, like lock themselves out, and everybody's turning into like almost zombies because of a wave going through sound.
we have this here.
I can't remember the name.
That's part of the premise of.
Point, but this is a Joss Whedon film, where it's there for the witty dialogue.
Coming out the window and her looking out.
Surrounding
had lots of
That's what we have.
That movie's I was pushing that.
We're watching because our long shot, she's usually in front of him. We're just getting
Whoosh.
Anything to do?
Just long enough right behind you, right behind.
Oh, yeah, you.
Just enough to have enough slack to go over
I
it.
think we should shoot everything from this
Chris,
side.
you still unstable
Hoping
guy?
to shoot everything from this side and finish 4. Maybe.
I mean, shoot everything from this side of 6 and then...
Of all the scenes. And finish 4.
Okay.
Like, I think that's... I think we can do that.
Just wanted to show everybody that our wings only actually have one side because we never see them from the back. So that is approximately 2,000 feathers, each one put on one at a time by Mike.
Okay.
It's morning on the 3rd day and we're all really tired, but we made really good progress yesterday, and I just have to keep reminding myself that as tired and nerve-wracking as things are, every time I look at the footage it looks great. One thing I've noticed is I'm used to shooting this in a much more guerrilla fashion where I am the director, the DP, and the assistant director, and so I find myself sitting around a lot thinking I should be doing more, but my philosophy is that you hire someone to do a job, and you should trust them to do that job. And so I'm letting people do those things, even though it makes me feel like, what am I sitting around doing? And on the bright side, it seems to be paying off, because like I said, the footage is looking great, and we will hopefully be finishing up all the interiors of Ash's house today, and be moving on to exteriors and other locations tomorrow.
Hey, didn't both of y'all win something like Mr. Pinehurst or something? Did that happen?
We were both Mr. Pinecrest.
Pinecrest, that's what it was. Oh, sorry.
It's day 3 now, and it is the morning, so the energy is kind of morning low.
But how you guys feel like it's been going?
Good.
Yesterday was very good. It was a new experience for me on the first day. Yesterday was fun. It was cool. Today it's still morning.
Can we just staple this?
Scene 6, Cantaloupe, take 1, soft sticks, mark.
Okay. And camera set.
And action!
If I can just go back to sleep and wake up again, this will all be a horrible nightmare.
I'm back!
And got it here, right? Right?
Ah, well, still working on that bit. But hey, misery loves company, right? Let me introduce you two.
Keep an eye on camera.
Think about now with
Keep
a
an
bunch
eye on
of friends.
Ash
We
for
just
me.
kind of hit it at the same time, just sang it,
Yes.
bellowed it through Waffle House. Everybody was just like, what? Yeah.
Oh, that's looking much better. On your mark. There you go. Let's do it. Pictures
All right,
up.
pictures up.
No, just Johnny.
There we go. Let's get Slade in.
All right, settle in. Settle in.
Look back this way, Mr.
Back on the couch, girls.
Mr. Patrick, dude.
Back on the couch.
I'm gonna double check your focus. Here you go. We're gonna run through the whole argument and everything, and it happens on these marks where you are right now.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
And we are rolling, like
Go
the
on,
man
no
said,
time frame
and we're
for me, right?
slating. Done by Olivia.
Scene 11, Abalone, take 1, mark.
All right. And we are set. Movie time. Full scene.
Action!
You have the ability to bear and nurse children as a mother. Besides, if there's still a boy's brain in there, you probably spent the entire morning playing with your boobs.
That is such a lie.
Cut!
Cutting. Cut.
Yeah, don't turn it all until she starts playing with your boobs. You're completely enthralled with the TV until you hear that. And then your little ears perk up.
Can I get a roast?
Don't lean in when you say that. Wait, play with your boobs. Or wait, she's after the play with boobs thing.
I thought he wanted
Yeah,
to.
originally I was going to.
Give it a beat.
Just give
So we can see him.
so we can see him turn around. Just play with your boobs. You just glare at her for a second so he can turn around, and then.
That's such a lie. Like, I think about it for a
Yeah,
second,
yeah.
because I probably
Wait,
did.
wait,
and
get on
then
there.
I'm
You
like,
have the shot
that is
upstairs.
such a
Okay.
Backwards, forwards.
Is that an innuendo?
Okay, we got this shit.
Are you coming on to me?
I'm gonna do it right this time.
Roger.
1, 2, 1.
Cake.
We don't do twice. Oh,
Can we do back forward and then back
Wait, you do back. Wait, this is the second time. Back forward, that.
clap.
Oh, and then do the back forward.
How do you win?
You don't win patty cake, I don't think. You just
You
continue.
just get faster and faster till the other person's
Oh, yeah?
Alright,
You
ready?
be the person
So until I
not to
screw
screw
up,
up.
because I'll be
That's how
doing it
you
every
win.
time. Ready?
I figured it out.
All right, we got to develop a full contact version of this now.
I'm the greatest.
Morning, day 4. Going to be a later start today because we're going to be running into some night scenes. Some observations. I have a newfound respect for people who can fall asleep easily. It's not that I have been getting to bed that late, but I've been getting into bed generally between 10 and 11, and then my mind just whirls with everything I have to do for the movie the next day, and I end up not falling asleep until sometime around 1 in the morning, which generally is not a problem for me, but I guess I just got so much on my mind during the film stuff, and I guess probably also the fact that I drink so much more caffeine while filming. Today is the first time we're doing any serious amount of work outside. I think we did one window insert shot before, but today we will be outside all day. And lucky us, it is going to be 100 degrees and humid, which will be not quite as bad as a film I did a while back, where we were doing the same situation temperature-wise, only we were in a swamp, and we were all dressed in black leather from head to toe, and we were filming a sword fight. At least today, not so much action, slightly cooler costumes, The downside is that some of that footage will be inside of the car, which under these temperature conditions could probably double for an oven. So water all around. Oh, yeah, and speaking of the car, want to show you the most exciting thing of the day. Ta-da! It's here! And I'm totally falling in love with it all over again, even though I only drove it to turn it around in my driveway. It is exactly the same body style and color and interior of the one that I used to drive. Let me bring it around for some close-ups. Woo! Jim Witherspoon, who lent me the car for the shoot, even has the XR4 GI license plate, all the West German insignia, because this car was made in West Germany, even though it is technically a Ford. I have shown this footage or pictures of this stuff quite a bit in the comic. Here's the actual interior. Yes, mine was this same brown leather. Ooh, this one is technically an 87, although it doesn't have the double spoiler, which I thought was a change they made in 88. Apparently I was a year off. But everything else, exactly the same as my 89. It is in fantastic shape for a car this age, and I am totally excited and grateful to be using it for this shoot, because it was very important to me to have the car in there. Good news and bad news is Jim mentioned that since he has two of them, he would be open to offers to buy it. But I have no money, which sucks. But either way, super glad I get to use it in the film today and tomorrow, and really excited that it's here. So when everybody shows up in about, I don't have a watch, in about 4 hours, we'll get going. Here we are, preparing to shoot the real star of our film. Bacon!
Mr. Oinky.
What was your introduction to Misfile?
I don't remember. I found it about a year and a half ago online, just because I read a lot of webcomics, and I think I maybe clicked on a link or saw it somewhere. I don't remember how I found it, but I found it and I liked it, and I read through like the entire, I guess at that time, 9-year archive in like less than a week. I was kind of disappointed when I like caught up. I was like, oh, I'm on the.
I gotta wait,
I have to wait for
else.
updates. This is sad. I identify like pretty well with Emily just because I sort of had that mindset in high school. If not like I wanted to get into Harvard or anything, but like I have to work hard because I have to get into a good college, and I have to, you know, just like I really was looking forward to college because I really wanted to like study a lot of things and get as much out of it as I could. But I really actually identified more with Ash, because when I was going through the comic at that point, I was kind of I was questioning my gender identity at the time. So it was just sort of good to see someone else struggling with that, like concurrent to me. Yeah.
What was it like to actually get the call like, yeah, I want you to be Emily?
He emailed me.
So you didn't get a call, you got an email. Okay.
So I didn't do the embarrassing, oh my god, really? In his face or in his ear, so that was good.
You had a little privacy for that moment.
Yeah, it was at my friend's house playing board games. And I checked my email late at night, and I think it was like midnight, 1 a.m. or something like that, and I just sort of froze, and my friend Forrest was like, you okay? And I was like, is this email real? Can you tell me if this is real? And yeah, so I was pretty happy.
What about this experience differs from your expectations?
I don't know. Everyone here is a nerd, and I love it. I don't think I was expecting that. I don't know. I wasn't sure what to expect at all. Yep, and it's my last day filming, which is sad.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave.
But I'm sure you'll be glad to be back home too.
Yeah. It's just as hot there though, so.
Yeah.
Really cool. He's been super chill, and his house is awesome, and his family is great, and everyone here is, yeah, wonderful.
I am shooting Misfile with the camera, doing DP stuff.
Yeah.
Which is director of photography. We make sure everything looks pretty, and yeah, that's about it, I guess. Yeah, you know, we're in a tight space where, you know, we're actually not shooting it in heaven. We couldn't get the appropriate clearances, so we're gonna have to recreate heaven here on Earth, thanks to Raymond and Chris's efforts. We're gonna have a pretty good, really interesting yet boring, oppressive heaven. So yeah, so that's great. Like, it's a little not of this earth kind of thing. So hopefully we don't offend real people doing filing in heaven, but you know, we'll see. We'll wait to see what letters come in.
Right.
Just, you know, I think it's been always jumping into production from being off for a little bit is daunting, and it's what do you call it, a culture shock. So I think, but I think, no, I think, you know, I really like Chris's ideas, and he's really easy to work with. So, you know, I work with a lot of directors, and, you know, not all, you know, it's nice to work with directors who are making the project, we feel, making the project stronger. Doesn't always happen that way. A couple pancakes.
And a couple of pancakes as well.
Why is that screen on
Olivia, which side do you want? Watch out, this is very...
Yeah, don't stand on that, buddy.
Speeding.
Rolling!
I did not see slate. There you go. Mark it.
Scene 14, take one, Mark.
Okay. Camera set.
And action!
Why are you seeing that? The way Remesia was implying, I thought we were supposed to stick together.
You did everything that half-baked Amy tells you to.
Okay, everything is going pretty well, but we are running into a small heat-related problem, is that it's so hot out today that we have to take the camera inside into the air conditioning between every take to keep it from overheating dangerously. So every time we yell cut, it's 5 minutes to take that thing off the tripod, bring it inside, let it cool off a little bit, and then get going again. But, you know, it's looking good. DP loves the way the light looks right now, so we're just trying to crank through it.
Do we need to cover this?
What?
Ice is something that recurs.
We do, but we need to check the shot first.
Oh!
No, I remember picking this Snowmageddon.
Oh yeah, I'm closing it.
Take it just a little bit. Good? Good? Yep.
Okay,
pull the car forward.
If they're not right around the front, they're in there or in the truck.
Okay, here we are. This is the last night for Giselle. This is her her last scene, actually, which is sad because we all like her and she's fun to have around.
It's really sad.
But how's it been? How do you feel like it's been going?
Good. I have new friends. It's nice. I get really. That's what
Too far away. Yeah, I feel like if we have a couple people helping guide it, you know, because we can talk well.
This is Tay doing double duty as cast and crew.
Well, yeah, you know.
How's that working for you?
A little tiring. Haven't sat down much in the past 3.5 days between this and the job, but it's fun. Looking forward to getting in front of the camera for my scene coming up in another day or so.
Here we are at day 5, our second exterior. It peaked at 104 today. I'm hoping the temperature goes down a little. There is a silver lining to the cloud though. They've been saying rain this evening all week, but it looks like we are in the clear for that. I was gonna say, we still got the car today. A couple things I've noticed about it. One, I said yesterday that it had the same interior as my car. Well, that has translated in a really weird way for me emotionally, because not only does it look the same inside, but it smells the same inside as my old car. I think that's just the way the leather they used makes that car smell. So it's really weird sense of deja vu when I drive this around. And yes, I am driving it around because one of the great production ironies of this film is that when we cast Shannon, we discovered that she cannot drive a manual transmission. Giselle, the girl playing Emily, ironically can, but this, not only was this a quirky car to drive when it first came out, but it is now, probably in about 6 months, about 30 years old, so it is even more difficult and quirky to drive now. So since this has been kindly lent to us, every time you see this car moving in any way, shape, or form, the person behind the driver's seat is actually me, which means any of those scenes are actually being directed by Raymond, who is behind the camera now. So anyway, we have got to set some stuff up. We can't actually shoot anything until it gets dark, and hopefully things go well tonight, because we may damn well be up until 5 a.m.
Well, I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, but you know, I find personally that it's like on a small scale, hitting all the highs and lows of any production I've ever worked on.
Yeah.
You know, they all have their ebbs and flows, and for me personally, I feel like it's even on a small scale, it seems to still have that same range of getting all this great stuff and these like wonderful moments, and then still having those moments where it just seems like it's like grr.
It's we do a lot of narrative indie stuff, and they've all got their
serious leveling job.
their challenges and their fun points, but
Let me just go into edit
they're a lot of fun. So
yeah,
the challenges are fun too, because you know you get through them, and then it's a great feeling at the end of the day to know that you accomplished it.
And my favorite part about that whole process with the indie stuff is how creative you have to get to see what can we do with how little we have.
Yes.
And make it look like we have more.
Every day is interesting.
Yeah.
Wind up not having it for through. No, and it's here for everybody. It's not just here for crew, but.
Take a second, I breathe, I exhale, and I just take the character in. I think about it. I think about like, I love anime the way Ash loves cars. And I just think about what if I just kind of switch that love around and say, now what if I loved cars that much? And I have to think about it and just realize like, what if racing was my thing? What if that my whole life revolved around it? And then being in the situation Ash is in where he's no longer himself anymore physically. I know it's literally all he has, so you just kind of have to. You just kind of have to feel it. I don't really know what to say.
And so what was it like to say like, okay, go transition from, well, all right, there's this character named Ash in this movie and all that, and then actually be offered the role?
I didn't think I'd get it. When I auditioned, I didn't know the character at all. I was just reading some lines. I had no idea what the character's personality was like, how I would imagine him talking, how I would think he would be, and it was something. It was hard to. I didn't know how much was put into it. I didn't realize how much it took to make a movie, and
all that was going on in just one little scene, and just it's ridiculous how many takes you have to take, how just it's a lot, and it's definitely met expectations. I'm probably way past it, to be honest with you. I was very scared because I didn't know anybody else I was working with, and I didn't know if we were going to all be able to click or just feel the emotion between one another and just play good roles, I guess. But as soon as I got with them, we just all seemed to click, and they've actually became good friends of mine, and it's been a way better experience than I could have imagined. So
that's awesome.
Ring around the boat.
Just do that as a last resort.
Ring around the rosary. If you're crazy, you can.
It's gonna have to be super subtle.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning on what is technically Wednesday, and this is Shannon's last shot. So, how you feeling and how's it going?
feeling good. It's going good too.
Are you going to be more happy, relaxed, sad that it's done?
I'm definitely going to be more relaxed that it's done. I'm going to be a little sad. I'm going to miss it. I've had fun. It's been a lot of fun. Okay.
Made it go slower.
Put a longer pause in between, but I mean the actions are fine.
Should we mic them? Yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're going to need a mic.
It'll be you.
Alright.
So today we are finishing up Building Heaven, Remisiel's schlep office in the ass end, and I wanted to go over some little details in case you blinked and missed them. It's the one happy thing on Remisiel's desk, and as you'll notice, it is broken. Panning around, we've got all sorts of stuff on his desk, and everything is from different eras. We got 8 tracks from the 70s. We got some early radio up there. We got an old-fashioned Morse code transmitter. We've got over here some details, just little stuff. This is the cabinet that Ash's file goes into. In case you blinked and missed it, behind her file are Caitlin Graham, also known as Kamikaze Kate, and her sister, Angelica Graham, who is deceased. And something a little wrong with her file, you know, since she's still haunting her sister. Behind there, we have the rest of the notable female cast from Tempest: Eponine Mirage, Molly Tabor, Missy Fuller, and Emily MacArthur. And Ash gets grouped in with them, and haha, I have just disrupted the natural order of the universe. A block of codes, 2 missing pages from Emily's file that end up under the rug. I did get a little lazy here, didn't want to type it in twice. So these 2 pages, if you look very carefully, do actually match. Sorry. Are we going to do the light flicker while we're doing this as well?
Yeah.
Did you want any of these to read Misfile?
No, that's going to...
Oh, you're going to do that? All right.
I'm going to do an insert for that.
Let me lay that down. You're not going to see.
Overlay.
Yeah, okay, you got it.
Because that's going to go in here during this. The misfile is going to come out during this piece of the travel.
Oh, I love it. His belly's all like twitchy. I love it. It's almost like sad.
Which one?
After you've been slapping your crotch.
It's just I gotta be like, what the hell are you doing? I'm not doing anything.
He didn't even do it live.
So what do you think of your new office?
Oh, that's my new office?
Yeah, we rearranged it.
I don't like. Fuck you, Hulk. I was told that I could play my radio at a reasonable level.
All right, Patrick.
What's up?
So we're almost done here.
Yes, we are.
And this is not your first time acting.
No, not my first time acting.
No.
Not at all.
And how would this experience compare with what you've done before?
This is the first time I've done any film, so that's really new for me. I'm really used to stage acting, so this whole stopping to like light for about 12 seconds of dialogue for like half an hour to light it and to figure it out is really odd for me. Also, not rehearsing blocking until I'm just about to do that blocking on camera, that's really new for me. I'm used to having run for it for like 3 weeks in advance, you know, with cast members. Also, only having 2 other co-stars is weird. That's weird for me.
Yeah.
He came up to me and was like, "Hey, you're an actor guy, right?" And I was like, "I aspire to be." And so he told me about his project, and I went home that night and read the comic. I read the first book of the comic.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't looked at it before that.
Mm-hmm.
Came in and auditioned, and he was like, "If you shave your beard, you got it." And I was like, "Deal."
Yeah. So,
I don't even think of Rehearsal as an angel, really, because, you know, for the most part of this project, he's just kind of a stoner guy, and around here, that's what people do. So that's my group of friends right there. I know exactly how he is. He doesn't really want to do anything. He does as little as possible. So I didn't have to do a whole lot of homework. I was very excited for the opportunity. I feel like it's something cool that'll go on my resume.
Yeah. What of this script are you the most interested in seeing brought to life on the screen?
Like the part where Remisio stands up and just like unfolds his wings and he's like, "I'm an angel and I'm a badass." What? I think that's gonna be the coolest part to see on camera.
Yeah.
On film. That'll be fun.
Yeah. This is the last night of shooting.
Right.
We're about to wrap. Tomorrow, there's no more having to be remedial, no more wearing the ears.
Right.
Nothing
Ears
like
are
it.
fun.
So, what are you taking away from this project? What's going to be hanging with you?
I got to know Chris a lot better, and I got to know everybody behind the scenes. There was a lot more fun being had between shots than I thought there would be. I thought it would be more serious. Like, no, don't have fun. We have to do movie things.
They're ready for you, Patrick.
They're ready for me, apparently. But
all right.
The fun I had back offset.
Yeah. Well,
That's
let's
what I remember.
knock this out and wrap it up.
Deuces.
Gaffer is the key lighting technician, pretty much in charge of all the lighting and whatever that entails, as well as the electricity that's being run to set. I would have to say the night shoot that we shot last night, that was the race scene, where we were out in that sand pit that was also kind of a hill. We were dragging out generators all over the place. We had to set up some big lights, and it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't that complex because most of the light shots we were depending on car headlights, so it was just arranging those and getting the color right on some of them. Some of the car headlights were green, but that was the most difficult. I'd say I've enjoyed today the most because I got to build kind of a studio rig where we just put a grid above our office that we built and kind of left all the stands out of the way of the shot. We could just kind of arrange via ladders and stuff like that.
Yeah. What was it like for you coming onto this project, and I don't know how familiar you were with the material and what was going to go on and how much that even matters to what you need to do, but what was it like to come out here and work on this?
I'd read the script and I'd read some stuff with the comic here and there. I went through the script a few times and I had talked with Craig some about the feel that Chris wanted to go for and just try and get an idea of what the look's going to be. I've worked on other adaptations of comics before and I was kind of looking forward to it because I know that sometimes the fantasy world that projects like this, material like this is created in, allows for some artistic license. So I look forward to it, and it's been a good time.
Yeah. So here we are, one more shot left before we have completed the filming of Misfile, day one.
Yep.
What's been your experience over these past few days? Take us through the process of the production. We'll get to before production in a bit, but
it's been extremely exciting and stressful at the same time. And a lot of it just has to do with working style, and I'll get back to that because honestly I think it's a good thing, but it leads to a lot of stress. Is that I am very schedule oriented, and Craig is more get exactly the right shot oriented, and I think that balances out to a really happy medium somewhere in the middle, but it makes my the clock ticking in my brain kind of make my head want to explode. So Raymond is our happy medium who finds that balance point that seems to work. So.
whatever possessed you to want to make an on-screen adaptation of a webcomic?
Well, I always wanted to make I started in film, and even before that, I always knew I wanted to do something that involved telling stories. And so I went to film school because that seemed like the best idea at the time, and I ended up in Hollywood. And it's not the typical, I went to Hollywood and ended up waiting tables. No, I went to Hollywood and I got a job fairly fast. I think it was like 8 months. And it was a great job for a great company. But I eventually I took a promotion that put me into a position where it was a really good job and I liked the people I was working for, but my choices were basically go back to the beginning and take a huge pay cut and responsibility cut and start over in a different direction in the industry, or go to law school and become a lawyer. And neither of those things really appealed to me, and I was feeling really uncreative, so I just started doing this as my creative outlet, and it accidentally became my career.
What do you want your fans to take away from viewing this project?
Just a slightly different take on the idea and on the premise of the episode. And I can't even say that it's my idea because I tried to work collaboratively with the actors, and some of the characters, they brought their own ideas too. So it's not like, now you're going to get to see my version of the way I thought I was going to play. No, it's a lot my version, but it's some of what everybody brought to the project. So it's just a different version. And it's not the definitive version. To me, it's a really fun, different visual medium of the same piece of story.
You've attracted a wide variety of audiences and different types of fans that come from different groups to this. How do you think that they would all play along if you put them all in the same room?
I don't know. I'd like to hope that I like to be able to express differences of opinion with people, even if I don't necessarily agree with them. And in my perfect world, I would hope that they would all do that too. I don't think they would. But I've always looked. I always thought I would have different audiences. The audience I get is never the audience I expect. But what I always say is, never begrudge the audience that you get. Embrace the audience that you get. And I love the people who read my comics. So, and all the little subgroups that have arisen from that.
What's it been like for you now in these past few weeks, getting back into producing and directing and running a
LaShanda kept asking me the same thing before we were starting shooting, and I kept saying I'm excited and terrified, and it's going to take a few weeks before my stomach fully recovers, I think.
Well, I think you've done admirably, and I think we've had a great team that's really put forth a lot of effort to get this going. And so
we're just shooting my feet, right?
Yep, we're just shooting your feet.
Yeah, I totally don't need these anymore.
All right, well, we're good to go. Let's finish Misfile Day 1. Get it in the can.
So we've just wrapped. How's it going, everybody? I'm going to just I'm about out of media.
Yay, good. Yay. That'd be 5 seasons, 5 12-episode seasons. It's not bad.
You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start the next Kickstarter.
Yeah, we'll get it on Hulu. Hulu.